Another way. The day came, I mention what here for. Now, mention Zubilaisha Yache, and Mr. Kumsen about Juma because recently many share other platforms and the energy, age, and energy, the way we move around. And you could see clearly say he's very passionate and concerned about Ghana progress. But we use opportunity when I'm on about so we have decided to sit over here. Fear to observe, but he has decided to be a critical participant, always and always, or share the views. And I think being able to mix the present with the past, it give you a wider perspective. Who said the name is here, so may you see opportunity to name about so. Dumsor situation. I could do a you see, normal respect existing between government and the people. No, because power and energy sector no always a bit many problems. That's a problem no bad. As government or respected people, know how do you communicate to them? Because energy no abayene enye idea enye want to be a necessity. Ene so wo he kwan a we ase aduru ya nema bit say ensuo energy and internet. Abaye basic essential, they are necessities that you can't do without it. So per se, we are very competitive in the world that is emerging. Now we advance our country to a certain level. These things, you can't do without them. So on my piano must make sure that these things facilities are provided. And to a point, now a bina come and not organa for us say power in excess. As I say, when it comes to energy capacity, you need issue be running into this intermittent power outages and no reasonable explanation out there is being offered. And then you ask yourself, say, now adding to the government into me and country in the panel say, A, B, C, D is the problem. And for that matter, now maybe we may need time to resolve them. Another way, there is no communication. And then that's sorry, lights. And maybe I'm meant to say in the past by 1 week, I mean, yes, some lighters at 24 hours. You ask a bit to who no, and there is no respect. And I've gotten to a point as I buy no freezer at this time, after all, I'm going home. I didn't see what can you do? And to do no without. So you see, there is no respect. Nipana then no crown. And you see, there is this nasty political narrative and no. I don't know how for say Dumsor no. Na kwabra na kwatena radio so enye Dumsor na Dumsiesie. Enye Dumsor Dumsiesie. You could see clearly that these are people who have decided to just play on the minds of the people because they know that Ghanaians are emotional. Most of the people are gullible people, so it's just a matter of swapping one semantic for the other just to create a certain political value. Be everyone who say enye Dumsor na Dum something, but the rate at which power outages no cost no. It's so nasty and frustrating. Among for near my say you must yet on an internet outage, but knock a lot of people out of business. Uber for a from now no interview, they will tell you the ordeals they went through within those days. And some of the telecoms not to me and just certain capacity of my coming on stream, but still challenges in us for your energy sector crisis for no, and also other economic downturn have on businesses, on individuals, and even on household. And we are by now we are serious problem no, just open up, let people know what is happening. But because some of us are very much convinced and your power, electricity, and your power, your capacity, it's a matter of say economy are messing up left, right, center, and there is no money to pay. To me, machines now running because when him IPPC they just shut down their plant. T1, T2, oh, so mudundum as ugly. China for ya moye. And how no more doom because they say government own them. They are not willing to pay, and the only language are buying tears here. Let's say you doom no. And the when you doom no sana now buying per coin so I raise cannot come on. Then they'll come on stream. So say when your power in excess. Now even if you can't even manage the excess power. You can't even buy petrol, gas, and so forth to make sure say these things are running. And at this point, you don't care because you think you are going home and whatever the people do behind them far. I think that is the kind of situation the government is not coming clear. And I'm happy say the PRC is asking say government should come out with a timetable. Because Ghana for are not saying say don't men do light, They are saying say give them a plan, a timetable. many people are planning daily activities. Say business no be here, omo running cold store and as for no here, na so about car. What the person will have to do is maybe alternative source of power and obenya cry as a backup, and then onim say the business no and ya say. But in the situation we find ourselves, there is no communication. Nobody is saying anything. Or to one light no doom. And I say, baby, I'm a another light no call off there 4 times. A court neighbor. If there is a genuine problem, you see, when you're a magician, a wubu minor. If there are problems, just tell the people that challenges because we can't be facing a problem for about 2 or 3 months in a continuous streak. Now one can't tell man for say a doom says what is it? Because governance and you don't communicate to the people. It's something we are all involved. So whatever the problem is, let people know. But you see, the fundamental challenge that you work with this Dumsor issue, economical. Because you know very well. So the energy sector, when I had the bar say the babutia, ya canon as a for them. I know the day, and then I'll see. A cockasy come in, yada quasia, why the air bubbles here. But the idea is say that particular platform, you form a consortium of banks a buying the omoka. So whenever money no dividend in the bump, then they will take the money and share among or more omoka. Sabia say a come free wha. Then the tax and back up. And the energy sector we know, say this here. And other critical way or minded nurses here come get fund is come. There are several other ways. Yeah, special purpose vehicle in ya collateralize the Jabosia. There is no money that is coming from anywhere. And all we have to do is say, "Quite be a befaswa, ya sikaka krana, I walk at Timamu for honor, ya befaso a year through mono." That is what the government is doing. But you see, we create government for the sake of convenience. Yeah, for me, a buying Sabe or Baba to turn near my yen, Shishaya, Sabe Timamu for no, Tomo, Yam for me, a buying, say, Ombra, a man for whom more. We do it for convenience sake, Sabe a bit law and order will prevail. But consistently, so we have a braba Ghana for them one. Now we have the economy not to pansam. Now we have the abraba a buying penny for air bar. It doesn't show. But really the people are suffering. Critical infrastructure where we have to allocate resources to ensure that or mind be general nice there is absolutely nothing. And now no internet outages by ye and on I click a minister to come to the realization say that we need an alternative source of energy, alternative source of internet. So over the years, nobody has actually sat down to do any risk analysis, do certain evaluations in case we are away, say a go offer what is the alternative, because as a leader you must be proactive, you must always pry on the future. Peep into the future. Sabia will a certain understanding. Now we're creating solutions in case it happen before we get there. That is the whole essence of leadership. By idea, a knee-jerking reactionary kind of leadership. And I didn't see the panic, a cow be including the minister. That is why government hands were tied in the midst of the internet way, because there was absolutely nothing that government could do at that point in time. Even communication issue to tell the people what has happened. Government had to rely on the telecos, who also have to rely on the cable network operators, because cable now can MTN for the Vodafone for there. They have providers almost leverage sell it to people. So a third party and I rely. So government can do absolutely nothing. So ask yourself over the years now, digitalization, and then I digitalize it. Paperless. And answer apps na and then digitalization, critical infrastructure, the digital infrastructure where you have to do critical investment. Sabaya, I told the name bit here. Wait me, I rely on because my move now critical infrastructure like power. Near bit say internet. Now only if you economy no can you win some. And foreign external influence, when I say external power be massive control. Ask yourself, say businesses here, go to your banking space and all the major banks all the industrial players are foreign banks. So ask yourself, say if something happens, because when you say Russia attacking Ukraine, most of the American corporation pulled out of Russia. So just imagine something happens, maybe there is certain political instability we are trying to Ghana. And all these major corporations decide to pull out from this country, including banks and other ways. Because I want to Ghana bedding. Because it's a possibility. The Russian example should give you that perspective. Russia to me survival here because I don't know we're building an economy now one on one kasana Foreign ones will only come to complement. By a high, the business all the banks cast of move out. Miss I was a better survival. All the telecos say, oh, Chrome, but who why you own it. So just imagine, say empty and something has happened. There is political instability, war be because of another, maybe I did bonnie be because of now empty and Vodafone as if we decide to pull out. Meno, you better call Kruma saying. So these are some of the things as a reasonable people know we need to sit down and strategize. But leadership now, you want another way. It's not about these priorities. It is not about building anything for the future. It is about saying you make it secure for ourselves. Airtel Tigo, look at the narrative around it. As at now, you name the only. And there is this whole controversy. Minister no continue radio so common clarity are all clear. The confusion and the misunderstanding around the deal. So we are the average and ordinary Ghanaian benya better understanding. Say, you take a award this company, say the city, no. Not ya stories. Obi from one time investing how much did the person invest? Obi and look at the telecommunication sector. So I think we've come to a point that you too much realize me say beyond politics, no, there is Ghana. Ghana na a priority. But the way a manner or minor corner. Because you know, I am messy into partisan politics and into am I a loose guard on other sensitive and critical areas? And you know, this is the time for us to come to the realization, say we need to build this country and sana adibia be because Europe ne other places are for a Bianoco brano. Say can depend trans and build there. We are so saying to Bra. So why can't we do the same thing? When indeed the resources in our Africa has said no. Most of the European countries, countries like Germany, after the Second World War, Germany was in shambles. Germany was in fragment. It was America through the Marshall Plan, and I say allocate Sika. Say young build the Europe. That is why America that had that intrinsic relationship with Western countries never way, no, and your friends America, no, because they built those countries from the scratch. Including Germany, UK had its own share, and several other European countries. And then, even the Eastern Bloc, some of the countries receive those packages. Even the Turkey. That is why we are one of the earlier countries in the East. I joining NATO. So, an investment, and then a ama sabi or mine baby opesa oko because what investment are we doing? We have all the resources, you will gold, you will diamond, you will way, but power outages and there's nothing that we can do. And with your communication in some sometimes it's very nasty. And the also and the Yesika Penn as a forum in Kekodru be saying and as anti deal to her no letter out of the Parliament. You see, may flip your way in just to send you a message say the people ruling us do not respect anybody. They think that it's business as usual. And this MPP politics na and it's just a matter of controlling the narrative and getting people in the media who also your friend saying you board that a particular chidom no. Young crow for ya see from traditional media houses ya ba radio owners radio so look at the kind of the way they try to skew the narrative. Some favor a particular government because we don't like the other guy. So it is about tribal, emotional, that kind of personal alliance, and there is some kind of affinity, and they drive our sense of politics, our sense of governance, and our sense of leadership. But the core issue, fact in our ground, so I can say, we are ABCD, we need to go this line, we need to go this line. We are not interested in those things. And here, if you peep into the future, you see that there is no future. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. And then all the critical sectors, education, like I said, the city here, now no joy for a documentary. You have an empty bowl. Another way, we have opportunity to see what kids are eating in school. And you see, if I dance at 40 and cry in their formative years. I think now, I'll get exposed to a lot of things. Even political orientation when you're far from school. Because there is nothing like politics. When they get their interactions, that is why they conceive those political orientations. And then I say for them, no. Accra at that age, now we expose you to this kind of food. Teacher need be frame. I say omo ya butter. And the ono gari, not that come another school. Now I did beans. Now we were your friends saying rice, not that quite sugar. This is the real situation. But you can't even talk about it because he said, if you mention my name, Ombeimadi. These are the real situation. Now when we are now cranidios, could not be say, you say nutrient for your friends saying the brain cell development. Say Nipano, this I be anyway. I don't been over in the school of this idea. And the abaya struggle to survive. So that is where this greed in our politics started from. And the obenyini no, now you're one man for himself, God for us all. That kind of contest, everything to them is a contest. So until say we pay attention to this thing, nobody is criticizing say free SHS in Yana. So by your question, I can say you can roll out free SHS when indeed there are some people who can even pay and pay extra. So you strategize. The last time I was telling you, say, Opa chances is here. Now you certain economic analysis based on household. You better individuals who will be willing to pay for their kids. You better corporations and industries. Another way, who will be willing to sponsor people. These multinational companies like MTN, Vodafone, no, you know, music, some my role who TV, so I know more sponsor. So we are government now, we are serious. Can't you even say if MTN is going to adopt 10,000 SHS students and pay for their fees, and your social corporate responsibility? Because the government is presenting nothing to them. So at the end of the day, no, they are also investing their money in where audience, and that is bringing society no value. So we are government now, we are serious, and when you strategize and do these things, multinational companies who will be willing to sponsor, and then parents and then people are here free SHS, you know. Later you realize that a few and the government can accommodate. These are some of the strategies what chance to evaluate. By the other day, you know, you're promising the people so we'll give them free SHS. So whether rain or shine, whether the economy is in shambles or whatever, no, we are rolling out because a political reparation package and you cannot see the baby and look at the state of the economy today. So I think we need to be very serious. Power crisis now, government need to come clean. You say and yet capacity as whatever the challenges, you know, they should tell us what is the length of it. Not Ghana for a timetable, no whatever Ghana for no Sabia man for behu, quite fast one. Yeah, rangy and never. Let me tell you, my laptop I say because of these things. My laptop a jar from the whole MacBook a jar from Marceno and all repair won't you almost bear 10,000 as for so I can't see them all because of this thing. So it's a challenge, and it's say ya, oh hana kubona mania, obian who kubona mania, asai kwa. These are the challenges. Maybe they are make you under several other people. Obi there a jackrabbit me to fear as a former national as a form. So tell the people say this is the real challenge. Area where for a bedroom light, then the people who how to organize themselves. And me so bit about radio so a dog so dodgy. Your friends saying Dumsor na. This offer mommy, you know, about quantity, Hannah, about quantity, and two fra, they all like, or Mudumu light, now they will call it. So, one whole situation every mobile. So, I think that we really need to get serious, and the politics and the politicization of it, you know, is so nasty. You see, these are people who feel that Dumsor now are more riding on to do campaign. You demonize it, or be say. Muhammad are creative, we know the same situation. People don't want to accept the responsibility, and that is the raw deal. I can't want them as a leader. You need to own up, accept the problem because another way. So oko omwa, oko friends saying obia omonome in some oko that anonymous way no. Oko the first thing that you need to do is say, say accept say. One kasa we are responsible for whatever they have done. Because until so by accept, you know, you can't find out with any solution. So government need to accept. So this is a challenge I confront you know. After that, you know, and able to review a solution.
Okay, alright, Ivan Che innocent. Abusiano pay Menfasida Emmanuel and the position on Dumsor, but there is assurance from the camp of Nanakomya now senior group on Yadomoa. If we be 29th of March. It is a Good Friday. Ghana for being a sustainable power. Now, Easter.
Our assurance back on electricity has settled. I have it from a very reliable source. Say by next week, Dumsor and Kosui, the government would have resolved all the issues. By next week. It's Easter will have no problems. Our assurance back on electricity has settled.